So our next exercise is called the Mermaid stretch. And we will start with the easiest version, which is sitting in a chair, because then you don't have to worry about your position of your legs. But you do need to be in a neutral spine. So again, going back to our neutral spine and sitting, we don't want to be tipped too far forward. We're thinking about our bowl or too far backward. So we're going to find that neutral. We're going to lift up tall out of that spine. We're going to think of our string to the ceiling, our mouth drawn in so that we're not having forward heads. And we want to always be working post any kind of surgery. We want to train the connective tissue to adjust to the stresses that are on it now to restore our normal motion in really good alignment. So mermaid stretch, Christina's going to take her left arm out to the side, and let's just show the stretch first, Christina, where we reach to the ceiling, and then we make a little arc. It's elongating, and our spine and our arm arc as we breathe and breathe up and open up the ribs on the left side, breathing into them. As we stretch, we pull our ribs in as we maintain. So when I'm talking about pulling your ribs in, we're drawing them in so that we're not arching our back, and then come out of the stretch. And this is keeping your neck and shoulder down. This time we're going to show it on her right side, where she's going to raise up, and we're going to show lifting up her shoulder blade too close to the neck where it can make your neck hurt. So we're going to keep that shoulder blade down like we did in the earlier exercise. Elongate the body and come over to the left side, making that nice arc of the spine and the body, and breathing into those ribs and keeping the ribs in. And always in all these exercises, we always want to come back to our pelvic floor. So it's a lot to think about. Just take little points at a time. Lift up through the pelvic floor, bring those sit bones, and that will help you get tall and help you get stability also. So I'm going to let Christina do it one more time to each side. And so as we progress this exercise in different positions, the exercise base remains the same. As she's bending, her left sit bone is staying on the mat, even though she's elongating and lifting side to side. So we're going to finish with the right side, and those at home that are in their chair can stay in their chair. Otherwise, we're going to move to the mat, and we will show the progression of sitting on a towel or sitting on your little tuffet or your pillow at home. It could also be a yoga block or a towel rolled up. So our next progression with our mermaid could be sitting on a little pillow, meditation pillow, or a block, whatever you have at home to make it really comfortable for you to maintain your neutral spine. So we're going to introduce a ring, a Pilates ring, and that just helps us kind of bring the floor up to her arm level to keep the length of her spine. You could use a big ball if you have a ball at home, or you are able to do this without anything at home. It's just a nice prop to have to help you elongate. You push down and elongate to get tall through your spine. So Christina's going to take that into her left arm, and she's going to move into her mermaid arcs. So ribs in, shoulders down, mouth and spine drawn in, and breathing into her right rib. Nice. And so you could do this a few times on one side, or you could switch. And always doing our breathing. So we're going to inhale and exhale as we come up and over, around. We give you suggestions on where and when to breathe, but whatever feels the most comfortable for you. So Christina, tell us about what you're feeling on your left side.
Well, on my left side, this feels like a good stretch and opening because I have a lot of scar tissue in there. So if I press down on my right hand, it gives me that resistance to then elongate and separate more into those tissues on my left side. And it's just adding the breath really enhances it. I could hang out here for a long time. It feels really good.